Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my World of Outlaws 23 career mode, where today, let's go ahead and hop to this midget race. We'll simulate it, and tomorrow we're going to be racing at Eldora for the season finale. I think we're aiming for like a top 15 here at Fairbury, and she finishes 16th, so we will not meet the goal. The next episode, we are headed to Eldora. Now let's load into street stocks. Simulate that one. And actually, can we? No, we cannot purchase that final part, can we? No, we cannot. Let's hire her again. And at Lima Land, she'll claim an 18th place finish, meeting the goal. With some rough driving. But she met the goal, that's all she's hired to do. We can't hire someone that can go out there and win races for some reason. But next episode, we're headed to Eldora. And we're going to go for a top 10. And we can go ahead here and get that final upgrade on the part. Actually, there is something I forgot to upgrade in between videos. Was it crew chief? Maybe a sponsor agent. Mechanic. 1612. 1612. What was it? These are the only two people better, and we have them assigned. Only person better, she's assigned. Assigned. Huh. Oh well. We'll load up here for the pre-review race for the UMP Modifieds. And head into Eldora, we should be able to start level 4 upgrades. We need 32,000 to upgrade it. We should hopefully be able to get that in today's video. Let's go ahead and load in here where our goal is a top 5. I'll cut back to you guys once we are at the track. Okay, loaded in here now, Prairie View. Let's go ahead and hop into it. This is unknown for us. But, what, we've won like 5 straight races? This is race 10 of our 11 race championship. We got there and beat our goal time already. On a pretty weird outlap. We've never claimed a win here at this track, but before this season we'd only ever won at, I believe it was Fairbury. In our first, or earlier in our regional season, when we went down on our second season of local racing in the street stocks, that's when it happened. Our first showcase there. And yeah, we've improved our lap a ton. That should be good enough to give a threat for pole at least. But I mean, our goal time is for P5 on the grid, and we're running pretty decent enough that we should be able to hit that goal. And our win percentage is over 50% now in this series, and we'll hope to be able to keep it at that through the conclusion of this season. Okay, this is going to be our last lap of practice here. Trying to get more experience passing cars, so I'm sure we're going to have to pass some, at least lap traffic today. Okay, I guess this is going to be our last lap, because I was just too engrossed in that battle. Okay. Yeah, we sort of handled the goal there with a fast lap of at 8.845. Let's head into qualifying. Well, I think we have the championship on lockdown. Goal time is a 9.046. Our record lap here with traffic was at 8.845. So not really sure if the draft has any effect here. We'll go out there and at least qualify P5 already. And we're going to qualify P5, improving by 1,000th of a second on our second lap. Starting to heat one, starting second. Pole position was at 8.950, so our fastest lap around the track would have put us up there. We start second here in heat one. And Steffens with a pretty fast car, overall pole sitter. We'll make a move down to 3 and 4, and we'll lead the first lap. And this should be our strongest competition. We have put over a second over him with 2 laps to go. We will not get a grand slam today. But I believe we've gotten 1 or 2 of those already in our career. And we'll win our heat race. Listen, Chuckles Clown dominance will bore fans. But it's necessary when we suck on our other 2 series right now. Let's go ahead and go to the qualifying dash. Restart from P1. That ugly all-white car to our outside. He has an actual design on his, like, hood and everything. We get it up to half-second gap after the opening lap. Two more laps around here. Final lap. We've got it to 1.7 second gap, 1.6 when we cross the line. We're advancing to A main, starting from first position. Okay, headed in now for the A main. $15-lap race around here. And we're going to say no problem to that, at least to start off with. We will have to face lap traffic here. So we're going to catch them in about a lap and a half. And there's Bobby Young in last. Yeah, it's not going to be an incredible finish for first. No, it's not anyone's guess. It's going to be Chuckles the Clown right now. As we have already lapped up to P20 before Stefan has even come close to a lapped car. He has just now lapped his first car. We are up to P16 lapped. Halfway through this event now, with a 3-second lead. We got into Jones a bit there. Five more laps around here. Our fastest lap of the race was an 8.771. With 3 laps to go, we'll just lap P7. Now we're trying to get P6. We've just started the white flag lap. We've lapped P6. Invading top will go through unscathed. We win the race, lapping everyone up to P6. So, for P5, everyone below Travis Vaden Top was lapped in that race. And we win with a 5-second gap. Over half a lap. The gap. In a quick 15-lap race. And we have clinched the series championship as we have we are at 720 points. They're at 560. That is a 160 point gap. We have 6 wins, straight 6 wins on the season. Let's advance to the main menu. And I'll cut back to you guys once we're there, I guess. I loaded in here on the main menu. There we go. We meet our goal in our first race, but some harsh driving. Next episode, we're headed to Eldora for the showcase. And now I'll cut back to you guys over at the regional midgets. Okay, loaded in now for the regional midgets. We're headed to Lincoln Speedway in Aberstown, Pennsylvania, for a 15-lap night race around the 3/8 of a mile high banking track. Let's load into it, and I'll cut back to you guys once we're there. Loaded in here now. Let's hop into practice. Our goal time's at 15:314. We have ran here before with a fast lap of 14:946. It's one of those tracks, so when you come around to the start-finish line, it's kind of hard to notice. At least that was on that opening lap. Now that I look back around, it kind of makes sense, the placement of it at least. We beat our goal time on the first lap. Oh, we'll get into the wall there. And that is the biggest struggle around this circuit. Entering these turns. Because as a whole, I've always entered turns earlier, especially in these midget cars, and especially through 3 and 4 on every track. That will set a record lap for ourselves with the 14.680. And we're coming through for what may be our final lap of practice. Now we're going to run one more. It's just like practice or qualifying in Indy cars, where I set a time, and if I cross the line before it gets below that time, I get one more lap. In this case, it was 58 minutes remaining. And we'll set a new fastest lap to end off practice. But we had traffic catching up to us. So we definitely have room for improvement here as we head into qualifying. Our goal position is 30th. And with a goal time of a 15:197, I think the most important turn to enter right is going to be this one, 3 and 4, where we've had issues pretty much all day. And try not to exit into that wall. We exit really low there. But a 14.630 is going to put us right now into the A main, I believe at least. We are going to look at the pole position for this track and see what time it is. As actually we qualified P19, that's pretty good. It's in Heat 4 starting in 4th, and the pole time at this track is a 13.896 by Kyle Billman. We're going to advance to Heat 4 starting in 4th. Maybe an opportunity to pick up a position, which is a whole 4 positions on the starting grid. We ramp up on Johnson there, and we're going to lose 2 positions exiting the corner. We'll get back up into 5th. Now battling with Cooper for that transfer position. And we know we're likely faster than Cooper and Armstrong. I think what really messed us up was on the initial start, ramping up on Johnson. We'll get past Cooper for that 5th place position. But no, the top 4 here advance to the A main. We need to pick up a place on Armstrong. And we'll get into the wall there, as this is the final lap of the race. And we're not going to get it done. We're going to be headed to the B main, starting in 4th position. Here for the B main. Top 5 advance to the A main. Starting in 4th. We know we had pace there to get it done. I think the most important thing is not doing that. We only did it for a split second entering the corner. That definitely kept us on the high lane. Now we'll set up on Reynolds to make a move down to the low side and take a lead for the moment. But who is that falls us through? We're 3 wide entering turn 1. Looking like a Freedom 100 race here as we'll tuck in behind Brown. We'll shoot down to the bottom. We'll get into Brown. We'll hit the inside wall. We'll wash up into Brown. He'll keep control of it. Oh, we're 4 wide on the front stretch. We'll tuck in on the low side of Brown. Hit that inside wall again. Wash up track. And the caution will come out at a weird time there for our turn. And we're sitting in P2. Here with a good shot at Brown on the restart, as long as we do not ramp up on him. And we're going to come to green right when we are getting straight off the corner. And that shoots me to the inside. And now we're going to lose another 2 positions here. Or no, 1. Yeah, 2. Because we were 3 wide there on the back stretch. We'll tuck in back behind Brown. Diving low on Williams. And Brown looks to be just able to race away from us right now. 3 laps to go. Carter's going to be able to make that move on us again. But we have the we have the straightaway pace, and we're catching back up to Brown. Even while battling for position here with Carter. 2 laps to go. We hold on to second. And the caution will come out with 2 flags to go. We're going to have a green, white, checkered restart for overtime here at Lincoln. That outside lane once again. I did my best to keep out of him, but it's impossible to do. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have a. No, we're not gonna have another caution. Brown is able to take a 10 car length lead here. Starting the final lap, we're gonna close up to him in 1 and 2. We're gonna have one more corner with a shot at doing it. We're gonna shoot it down the bottom of the track. He covers off our lane. We hit the wall. We're going to come through and finish P2 in the B main with a crazy finish to that one. And honestly, some of the greatest and most entertaining racing I've seen in these cars. As this is what happened on the final restart of the race. Just sort of tragic. We were so close to getting that one. But nonetheless, we come through and finish P2. Which means we're going to be starting in 22nd. Okay, A main here. Starting on the outside lane in 22nd. We start in the corner, which actually keeps us from ramping up on Brown. Should lead to a better 1 and 2, but Cooper cuts me off there. We'll get into the back of Jackson, bumping him up out of our way. We'll slide down to the bottom here on Armstrong, making a move up into P17 after lap 1. Oh, we'll hit the inside wall there, washing up track. Mole's able to get back that position on us. Oh, but the Moles will connect with Ruschenberg there, slowing me down. I hit Moles, unable to go anywhere. So if I tried to turn the car that fast on a straightaway, I was going to wreck. So I take a tiny bit of front end damage there. We'll make a move down on Robbins on the inside. We'll set up and hit the inside wall again. Bouncing off of it like a pinball. Up here in the P17, we're going to keep it out of the wall. We'll tuck up on that high lane and set up good for the corner for once. Catching up to Moles here. Wash out high into the wall a bit with our right rear. And we'll wash up into Moles. He slides down track, but he's able to recover, and we're ramping up. Now setting back up on Robbins. With 10 laps left, we'll bounce back up track. Jeez, oh Pete. Trying to get draft off Robbins. We'll slide low. Taking back P17. Mole's running away with it here though. But we're able to close into him. And it's a single file train right now. For the most part. But positions switch every lap around. And Moles beats us out into the outside wall there. Really physical racing here in these cars. And a lot of damage to overcome. There Robbins will get into us. So we're catching back up to Moles. Oh, cars around. We'll have heavy contact there with the rear of Moles. We're going to be starting on the inside lane. Something we've not really done at this track. At least not today. Holding it solid here on the inside lane. Back under green, we'll lose 2 positions on the start. Oh, wash out. Into who is that? But we drop down to P21. With only a handful of laps left. We'll get lifted up. We're going to be ramping up on a car. We're going to wash out into the outside wall. Heavy carouseling or cartwheeling. We're back down into P24 as we have another caution here with what will be, I believe, 3 laps to go around Lincoln. We've met our goal already. We know we have top 15 pace. And it is going to be 3 laps to go here. We'll shoot it down on Clark. As another car will go around, we're going to be up into P20 at the time of restart. Starting here on the outside lane again, which could be good for us. That inside lane loses a lot of speed on the restarts, at least we do. And we'll tuck down to the bottom lane. Behind Robbins now. Williams with the slow restart. We'll wash up into Robbins. Turn Jackson into P18 on the restart. We cannot get a clean one. But we need to tuck into the bottom lane. Green, white, checkered restart once again. Green, green, green from Lincoln. This race has had a lap added to it. We'll wash high. Cooper there on the bottom. Take back P17, Moles, and P16. This is a battle we've had going all day between us and Moles. Unable to get it done. He'll move up into P15. We'll shoot it down on Ruschenberg. Get P16. And he'll be able to fight for it. And we're going to drop down to P18. If I didn't get into that guy there, I might have been able to fight back for P17. So we're 18th in the season standings. And I'll cut back to you guys on the main menu. Loaded back here on the main menu. Finish 18th, meeting our goal. And we're 81% done with our season. Next up, we're headed to Eldora. So 2 races at Eldora the next episode, or 4 races. And I'll cut back to you guys on the street stocks. Okay, loaded up here now for the street stocks. Let's see if we can upgrade. No, we don't need to upgrade this. My bad. So let's just go ahead and load in here now for Lernerville. As last episode, we did not even make the whatever main, as we got out in the first round of the showcase. Cut back to you guys at the track. Okay, loaded in here now for practice. Goal time of 16.786. We've never ran here before in these cars. This track is very infamous for the lip. Now let's see what we can do on our first lap of practice. Goal of P15. We'll meet our goal time in the first lap. We'll come through on the second to do the same. Or no, we will not. Okay. So we're only going to run here to 55 minutes remaining. I know shorter practices, we don't need a ton of practice time, especially when we're not running great. You might say that's counterintuitive, but no amount of practice time here will do me any good. Yeah, maybe I could run a cleaner lap. We're going to run one more lap after this one. And then we're going to just send it off into turn 1. So this is our last lap here. Last lap of learning I get. And not a great one. Okay, so we definitely want to lift. Or turn, at least. Punishment for not turning is a flying wreck. We only beat our goal time twice in those 5 laps of practice. Here we head straight into qualifying, basically. And we know that we're going to have an excursion off of the lip at some point today, most likely. And we'll see if we're headed to Eldora for every single race next episode, which may be good for our midget race. We're going to get some practice in at Eldora before we head to the actual race. We're going to have a practice race and a real race. We beat our goal time there on the first lap of qualifying, which means right now we're starting in the A main in the top 15. And I think we have an even better second lap. As we do, we qualify 10th. That's starting heat 2 and 3rd. The biggest difference here, we're starting up front in our heat race after the disaster class of last episode at Kokomo. Wash out into green here. And we'll lose 3rd really early on. We drop back to 5th. So you're definitely up there on qualifying pace, not on race pace. Only a couple more laps around here. It's a 1.5 second gap up to Billy Green. As we start the final lap here, it's a 1 second gap. So we've cut it down here to half a second, entering 3 and 4 on the final lap. We're going to be just shy of getting to his bumper. He's going to come through and finish 3rd. We're going to be 4th. Headed to start in P number 14 in the race. Already ahead of our goal. And let's go ahead and head to the national anthem. Okay, here, hop into it. Green, 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 green. So we shuffle back to P15 after 1 and 2. We cut it down super tight there. We'll wash up into Cox. Moving up to P12 though. After the end of the first lap. Bit of help there into the corner. We'll stay solid in P12. Now we'll move up to 11th at one point throughout the corner, but we're going to get swallowed from both sides there by Thompson. And who's that? Rollins? They're Jurgens? My bad. And there we're into Vaden Top and Rollins. "16 laps to go here. We are sitting in P11. As Jurgens gets back P10. We're going to set up here on the bottom of the track to pass him through the corner. We're going to try and wash up track and block his line, and we'll do a good job of it. 15 laps remaining here. We're going to cut it way too tight throughout the corner. It's going to leave us a bit vulnerable on the exit, but not too vulnerable as we hold the position. So now we'll pass Rollins on the inside. He's going to have the exit speed though. As we set our eyes up track to right. Rollins there on the top groove will get the position back. He is hugging the top of that racetrack. 13 laps to go here. The leader nearing lap traffic. So we're just unable to get up to Rollins, really. Doing the best we can. We'll actually get up to right here throughout the corner. We're going to hook him. We're going to turn him around. We're going to go off track. Luckily, the caution comes out the right time as we were in P8 when it flew. We just fall down the track and we heard heavy contact up there. Doubt we'll be able to see it if we go to a replay, though. And we go wide. And Rollins there was able to make up the position. And right, dropping a bit early on here. We're going to leave the bottom open for him, though. And we're going to drop down to P12, evading top, Urans, and right. We're going to lose one position, or two positions there in the first lap. Sitting in P9 now, looking up track to Schneekloth. We'll get a pretty good run at him here with 7 laps to go. We'll also get a good run at Rollins, washing out into him. We'll cut off Schneekloth's line there. Getting up to P8. We'll get up to Tiernan, or Thompson, sorry. I think Tiernan might be that next car ahead of Rollins. Too bad we will not be able to see. No, it's Cross. Oh, we'll turn Rollins on the front stretch. 4 laps to go. We're going to be in P7 on the restart. Is Tiernan not in this race? Was I tripping? Anyways, here restarting from P7 on the grid. Up 7 positions from the initial race start. Got to be one of the biggest movers in this race. But here we're going to have trouble on both sides. Heading into one, we're going to lose a position to Urans. And we'll get up into P6 after on the first lap of the restart. Now we'll file into P3. So we take the white flag. Thompson takes it back from us. We'll shoot back low on him. Give him a bit of a tank slapper. We'll look to hold on to P3 here. We're going to be coming across the line. We'll get it third position here from Learville. Amazing day. Really amazing across all series. We were able to squeeze out a podium there. Up 11 positions from the start. And I'll cut back to you guys on the main menu. Okay, loaded back here on the main menu after our third place finish. Some horse driving there, but some worthy driving. It's a good recovery race. Is exactly what we needed. So we're now 72% complete with our season. Next episode, we're headed to Sterling County. We're going to go for on top 10. Yeah, the Martinsville, I believe is what I call it. The Martinsville of dirt racing. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and come back next episode. We're racing at Eldora 4 times and Sterling County once. Thank you all and goodbye.